So I've just had a question come in, and it says, "I want to replicate what you do, which is great. How do we do that? Any help would love to know." I just opened on YouTube, which first of all, if you are currently opening on YouTube and people are coming to your stream, that in my mind is a really, really strong place to start from. Because every time, even though I'm doing a lot of sales at the minute, every time I go live on YouTube, the following I have over there don't want to see me open packs. So I'm finding that difficult, and I'm trying to learn how to do that. So maybe we can change some information. However, the question was, I was going to do the old. However, the question was, I currently open up on YouTube. I have hundreds of cards now, but I don't know how to catalog and sell the stuff. I tried watching so much on YouTube, but go around in circles. Too much information, which makes sense. So, how do you do that? How do you get started? How do you catalog? What I would do, and what I do probably once a week, is, as you can see, I've got all the boxes here. It might look a mess, but actually it's all pretty well organised. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, it's all well organised. Stuff underneath, there's my bin, but stuff organised. Everything's where it needs to be, so that when I'm live and somebody asks for fusion arts, I have the Korean fusion arts. The box is open, ready to go. It is good. Korean's quite good for that. It lends itself quite easily. Just cut the tops off the boxes, and then you've got so many different boxes here. Sometimes I just print on the back like some of the hits, so that people can go, oh, look what's in here. Do you want these? Right, they're £3, off we go, or £2 or whatever. So what I would do, I would start by organising everything you've got. So whether if you're live and somebody orders Pikachu, I don't know, whatever, and you've organised it in alphabetical order, this is what I do. P for Pikachu is super easy. There's two different ways to do, if it's single cards, two different ways I would organise them. Either all V cards together, so you get all your V cards together. You have all your EX cards together. You have all your GX cards together. What else you got? Full art trainers. This is what I do when I'm live and I'm selling all my singles. I have a storage box, and I go through all my vending series cards or Coro promos that look very similar. Your stickers, your whatever, right? So I would go through and go, right, these are all my English art rares, or well, maybe have a tray for English and a tray for Japanese, or whatever languages you've got. But I would first start by organising. You can't, or I don't believe you can sell effectively, especially when live, without that organisation. And even worse, actually, anywhere, any time, unless it's organised, you can't optimize speed and replicate anything that we're doing. So I would first organize that into categories, like we've just said. I think one of the important things, if you want to do speed while you're live, I don't think the question was when you're live, but I'll do both. If you want to do speed when you're live, is organize it so it's handy whilst you're live. Like most of the time I don't have the camera facing me, so you can't see this stuff anyway. It doesn't really matter. The other side of it, it's going to be upside down, but the other side of it is when I'm live and I'm doing my single streams, I have this this container thing here, and I will go through. So I'll go, right, a Japanese art rare, then a Japanese vintage card, Japanese vintage, promos, EXs, Sun and Moon era holos and reverses. Then we've got ace specs and secret rares, vintage holos. So I organise it like this. So whilst I'm live, I can go, right, that's that. Oh, have you got any full art trainers? Yeah, let's go. And it's ready to go. So I can still do 5-second auctions whilst taking people's recommendations, which I find really helpful for them. They're like, oh, bloody hell, this guy knows what he's got. And a lot of people are always saying, oh, have you got any of this, got any of this? And I've always got it because I've got such a mixture of stuff. Not everybody's going to be doing the same, right? You're not always going to be doing the same as what I'm doing. But having some sort of system where you can do that whilst live, I think is going to be really helpful. You should be able to organise everything, whether it's all just alphabetical order, so every Pikachu is under P. Maybe that's useful. Depends how you want to sell them. Secondly, what I would do is, if you were gonna, depends on the platform, but by the sounds of it, if you're gonna, what did you say? I don't know how to catalog and sell. Catalog and sell. So cataloging just takes forever. You can buy a machine. I can't remember what it's called. I could probably try and find out. If somebody wants to know, ask in the community or in the comments below. Sam, what's the machine you meant? And they'll find it. But you can buy a machine. It's about 800 quid, where you can load 20, 30, maybe 50 cards at a time, put them in the machine, and it just scans, and just spits them out the other end. And then you just have a folder on your computer where it just puts all the front and back photos, and then you can make a spreadsheet of every single card. You have to type it in, and you have to be like, okay, this is whatever A spec that is, and you type it in, A spec that, A spec that, A spec that, and then you can number the photos and then move them across and do. It's a lot of manual work. But where do you start? You have to start with the organisation. So for me, I would organise everything as well as you can. Whether you're going to do it in alphabetical order or types and alphabetical order would be even better. But it takes a lot of time. But once you've done it, every time you get new cards, you just, right, here's all my EXs. I've got a Dragonite, cool. I've got all my promos, here's a Mewtwo. Like, it's a lot easier. Depends how many cards you've got and depends what you want to do. Some people as well, when they're selling, let's say you've got lots of bulk, but mainly from the same set. So let's say you're doing Obsidian Flames. If you're going on eBay, a lot of people would buy or look to buy 4 of the same trainer card. So if you've got 4 of the same trainer card, take a photo of 4 of those looking nice. I don't know, I don't have 4 of the same trainer card here, but 4 cards just nice to get. Let's pretend it's the same ones. 4 of the same cards together on a table, nice photo. That's good. They're playable, right? So people like to take 4. What I would do as well, if depending on the platform, like we don't anymore, unless they're pretty high end, like over 100 quid, we don't anymore take photos and add them on the system and let people buy them. We just put it on like a 10-second auction, something like that, on Whatnot, and sell it through there, and it goes pretty well. We take, I don't know, a decent amount. Never hits, or I don't think it always hits the market value. But again, depending on the card, depending on how many people are in there, eBay's a bit slower, but you might be able to get a higher margins and stuff. I'm not sure. But yeah, it all would start with the organisation. So sort your room out is my first tip, so that it's super organised. So you can walk in and go, where is Surfing Pikachu? Where is, I don't know, what else you got? Where is the Venusaur VMAX from the Venusaur deck in Japan? Like, I mean, it's easy because I've got the card in front of me and I'm saying it that way around, but you know what I mean. That's what I would do. I'd organise it first, fully organise it. Takes ages. Probably one of the best things to do in the trading card collection business is organising. I love organising my cards, so I don't mind doing it at all. I love it. It's the best bit. And then, yeah, your boxes, just make the room really accessible so that you can keep the speed. The faster you can serve the person that's asking the question, the quicker you can get onto the next one. And it's not all about earning as much money as possible, but one of the things is, if you can serve people quicker, you can get more. Whilst you have their attention, you can help them out. So this is the same in any business. So let's say you've got a website, and people come to your website for, I don't know, whatever they come to the website for, buying footballs or something. And on average, you may have seen this on Google Analytics and stuff, but on average, they spend 1 minute and 32 on your website. We've tested this with a couple of different businesses that we've worked with over the past sort of 5-10 years. And one of the really interesting things is that whatever they're buying, whether it's ductwork, which is what I've worked with, you know, with the air systems and stuff you see in swimming pools and stuff, whatever business it is, on average, those people spend 1 minute 32, 2 minutes 15, whatever it is on your website. If you know those stats, the fascinating thing that I find is that those people still will spend, even if you speed up, so they come to the website, there is the same thing that everybody buys from us. It's a cool bag, or whatever it is, comes to the website to buy that one thing. If you can get them that as fast as possible, the fascinating thing is they still spend 1 minute 30 on the website, and you've now got more time to sell them other bits. And it works all the time. It's a quick way, not a quick fix, but it's a great way to try and upsell, because in their mind, they're like, this is going to take 2 minutes, whatever. They still spend that same amount of time on your website. So the quicker you can serve people, whilst you've got them, the more likely they are to buy more stuff. And it works with us. You know, we do 5 second sudden death auctions every 7 seconds. I think there's like 2 or 3 seconds in between each auction. So every 7 seconds we're selling something else. And the longer that live goes on, the more reliant we are on new people coming through, because attention span, the average attention span is X and whatever that is. And if I was doing 30 seconds, I would sell 4-5 times less to those people. Obviously budgets and stuff, of course they have budgets, but yeah, it's quite fascinating that that's the case. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully that's a bit of information. But what I would do, I would certainly start with organising everything you've got to make it as efficient as possible. One of my biggest things is efficiency. I'm massively organised, really efficient with my time, your time, customers' time, because I understand it from both aspects, and it does make a bloody big difference. So, and it's not stressful. If you do a big deep clean once a week, which is what I try and do, I'm like, oh, right, look at all these tins. I've got here 3, 6, 9, 12, 150 tins, all empty. They're ready to go. I'm going to go live. Somebody says, have you got this pack? There it is. Have you got Scarlet? Yes, I have. Have you got, I don't know, Paradigm Trigger? Yeah. So like, of course I have. There it is. I've got 3 packs. Let's go. Like, you've got to be able to do that. And until you're in that position, you might be thinking, oh, it's too foggy. It's too much. So without going round in circles for a third time, I'll end the video there. Hopefully that helps, and drop any comments below if you have any questions.